Hey guys, it's Haley, and this is going to be the positive version of my previous video. Similar to what I did with least favorite and favorite charts. Because instead of discussing my least favorite songs, we're going to be doing the opposite and discussing my favorites. So again, it's going to be one per genre. And some of these were really tough, but I narrowed it down to something I'm pretty happy with. So what helps is that I was asked to make a top 10 list of my favorite songs in Beatstar just not too long ago. So I could pick, for some of these, I could pick from that. So that was helpful. But weirdly, I had no hip-hop songs on there. So this was a tough one, and there are so many good hip-hop songs in the game. But I ended up with Gimme Some More. So we can get into this now. There were so many others I wanted to pick, like... Gosh, I'm not going to remember them all, but... It included Drop It Like It's Hot, Boom, Informer, Stressed Out. Lots of them. And 95. But I did end up with Gimme Some More because... It has a really good vibe, and it's also from a good season that had mostly hip-hop, and it was the extreme of that season, which was season 23 Heatwave. So, it's just a really great song. It's really... I don't know, it just really lends itself to a good rap song and hip-hop. So, I ended up with this. It's a great chart, too. What's funny is that it's not that difficult, but it's the second highest standard extreme note count. I think. Definitely one of the highest. It just has so many different vibes to it. It's really great. And the violin in the background makes it unique. I'm doing terrible today, but we're just focused on the song. The chart doesn't make a difference, even though this one is great. And I think most of them in this video are, actually. So not only great songs, but also mostly great charts. So yeah, it just really expresses itself as such a genuine, great hip-hop song. Nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. Nor the chart. But see, I said a ton of notes, but it's actually pretty easy. So for pop, I chose Just Can't Get Enough. But unfortunately, I think it might be blocked, like, everywhere. So just in case I have to mute this section of the video, I will not talk during this gameplay. But let me just say, it is just such a funky, vibey pop song, and I love everything about it. The vocals, the beat, everything. Just makes me smile, and I've just always loved this song. I don't think I knew it before Beatstar, but always just loved it. And again, it was hard to narrow down for that top 10 list as well, but this was on it. Definitely my favorite pop song in the game. It was the only pop song on that list. So, not my favorite genre in general, but it has lots of good stuff, including this song. And again, I won't talk during it, but I will turn it up just in case I don't have to mute it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to. Carnival vibes near the end there. It's just so much fun to listen to. Everything about it is just so much fun. Don't even know what to say about it, and it's also a great chart. So again, I think it's from season 32, Frost and Fury. Just like I mentioned yesterday, except it was with one of my least favorite songs, which was She Will Be Loved. But this one is just great. I was always so happy that it got added to the game, even if I didn't know it, which I'm pretty sure I didn't. But yeah, it's just great. Everything about it just makes me happy. And same with this one, Word Up. This is one of 2 cameo songs in the game. We don't have Candy Deluxe yet, I don't think, but they're both standard normals. And this is much better than Candy, although that one is still not terrible. The deluxe chart is also awesome, but we're going to play standards only in this video, I'm pretty sure. So I'm sure you guys all know Dylan. This is his Beatstar theme song. So that kind of helped me here, but I also do just really enjoy it in itself. It has so many great vibes, so much funkiness and fun to it, just like Can't Get Enough. It's just they're kind of a similar style of music, but of course this one is going to be my favorite R&B song, not pop song. But it also is a pop song, I believe, so they're pretty similar, but they're both great, and this one just had to make it to my list of favorite songs in Beatstar. It's also fun normal. Just a more fun deluxe. I knew from the minute it was being added that I would like it, but I hadn't heard it before. Just so many different vibes to it, and they're all great. It kind of switches from pop to R&B. Actually, I think it has more pop elements to it, but I can see it being R&B as well. And in some parts, it kind of sounds like a hip-hop song as well. All the genres we've talked about so far are funny enough. He spells out word and up for the title, you know? W-O-R-D, up. Word up. It's just so much fun. You can't not love it. It's so silly. So great. Just such a great song and chart. I love everything about that one as well. I'm going to say that for everything in this video pretty much, but yeah, it's just great. Great theme song choice, Dylan. Rock was a tough one, guys. As I mentioned countless times before, it's my favorite genre. Tornado of Souls was really close for this one, but I had to choose the Mother Lode, and there's one main reason. No song in the world gives me chills like this one does, especially the solo. I have just always loved this song. Again, I had never heard it before Beatstar, but from the moment I listened to it in the deluxe tab back when we got the season song leaks in there, I just knew I would love it. It has such a powerful chorus. The lyrics are... they just hit. They really hit. I mean, it might be something you hear all the time, but this song just does it justice and makes it sound a lot less basic than you might think as the lyrics. And it's got amazing drum rolls and amazing guitar solo. Just such a great... I think it's progressive metal. Just such a great progressive metal song. But obviously it's just rock in this game because we don't have the metal genre. We really should at this point, and we should also get more metal in general. Because we tend to get some really great songs and charts from it. But this is just amazing. The deluxe chart is one of my favorites in the game. But standard is also great. Definitely one of my favorite standard charts. Nothing gives me goosebumps like the solo in this song. Ah, I knew it was too good to be true, but that was about to be a DP. Still one of the hardest standard extremes in my opinion. I think it was my fourth last DP. But it's just so amazing. Such an amazing song and chart. Just so much power. And it's just perfect. It's perfect. We're not talking about the chart, but I just have to say it's the most incredible, one of the most incredible extremes they've ever released to this day. And we're in season 41 right now, Sunset Fiesta. And this was the extreme of season 22, Sonic Galaxy. That is still one of, if not the best season of all time for most people. If not, I think it's 17 amped up in my opinion, but I think it just might be 22. It was so incredible. Everything about both of those seasons was perfect. But the Motherlode might be a bit of a better extreme than Anomalies, which was the season 17 extreme. So, overall, I think 22 just has to be the best season of all time to this day. Hopefully we get one just about as good one day, but I think it was just almost too perfect to beat, so we got it when we did, and we're still super happy with it. And the audio cut out, so it's definitely time to move on now. I knew this would be my biggest rant of positivity in this video. I'm pretty sure all of the songs in this video, except for Give Me Some More, were on my top 10 list. Again, that was too hard to actually narrow down, so I just picked 10 I love, but still, this definitely helped me in narrowing things down in this video. That definitely made things easier. And for dance, I chose Swamp Thing. This is also one of, if not my favorite dance chart in the game. Didn't I actually do a video on, wasn't it like top 3 favorite charts for every genre, 1 per difficulty or something like that? I know I chose this as a favorite in some video I did. So, yeah, again, not only a great song, but also a great chart. The use of banjo as the main instrument is really unique in dance. And this song just does it perfectly, like no other song could. And it's just such a silly, vibey song. I love everything about it. It might make you laugh, but it's just great all around. And so is the chart. And it's also our only standard chart with 900 plus notes currently. And the deluxe is the second highest note count chart in the game with 983. So, yeah, again, we're not talking about charts, but it's just great all around. And charts don't make a difference in this video, but again, still a lot of them are some of my favorites. I play this one every day still, and it's like 5 seasons ago. Jukebox Jam was just one of the best seasons ever. But not quite the best, unfortunately. Just a really fun one. Absolute blast. I love Staircases, as you all probably know. And I was getting really nervous there, but still not the worst score in the world. And yeah, the baby on the album cover just says it all. It's easily one of my favorite songs in the game. Definitely for dance. It's just perfect. It's perfect. Having a mix of country and dance is really unique. And yeah, this was close between Swamp Thing and Encompass, but it just had to be Swamp Thing. Such a funny song. I mean, you can't not love it. It's perfect. Now for alternative, we have something even better than probably all the songs I mentioned so far. Smooth by Santana is just the masterpiece of all masterpieces. Honestly, it's so hard for me to pick like an all-time favorite song in this game, but I think it just might have to be this one. I've already mentioned that a few times, and I think a lot of other people would agree this just has to be one of, if not the best song in the game, honestly. What was my favorite song in the game before this? I actually don't know. Probably either Motherlode or Tornado of Souls, but again, it's really hard. It's really hard to pick. But this just might be it. And it's also one of, if not my favorite normal chart. Before this, I think it might have been Don't Speak Deluxe, but again, it's just so hard to pick with so many in the game now. We're nearing 1,000 charts. I think it's going to happen in season 43, which is in only 2, so yeah, it's crazy how far we've come. But this is just, it's perfect, guys. It's not an easy normal either, which us pros appreciate. It's already stepping it up. Almost with gallops in the very beginning. Perfect. It's quite rare for a normal chart to include a guitar solo. Or solo in general. That's actually not too different of a cut in the deluxe. It's a crazy normal, to be honest. Now this should have been in Sunset Fiesta though, almost. It also fit with the Electric Summer, with like the electric guitar. But it gives off like a Mexico salsa vibe. So it would have fit perfectly in this season, instead of favelas. Come Up was a good dance song, but that just wasn't it, favelas. I think I've officially decided that's the worst song I've ever heard, but that's not the point of this video. One of the main points is that Smooth is just a masterpiece. It's perfect. Nothing else to say. There's just nothing wrong with it. Again, it's very rare, but very cool to see the song cut be similar in the standard and deluxe while including the solo and everything. Perfection. Honestly, the main difference of the song cut and the deluxe is the beginning. But yeah, still, it's just perfect regardless. Deluxe is great too. It could have been an easier extreme, but I just can't be mad at it at all with a song like this. And it's still great what they made out of it, so I just really appreciate iconic songs like this being added to the game that I heard a lot in my childhood. And they're just perfect. There's so many great ones. They need to add some more. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but there's probably so many, if I thought about it. Please add more 60s to 90s songs, Space Ape. And actually, I think this might be one of them. But it's not one I recognized before Beatstar. But for country, I chose Any Man of Mine. This, again, was a tough one because country is the genre with the least songs in the game. But, so I thought about adding a few more. I think it easily would have been, well, Sweet Home Alabama is in country, but it's labeled as rock and track skins. And this video is based off what it is in track skins, so I couldn't pick that one. I think it probably easily would have been I Know a Little, the other Lynyrd Skynyrd song. But that one's just in rock. It's not even in the country tab, let alone country and track skins. So yeah, it just ended up being this one. It's a really vibey country song. I've always kind of enjoyed it, even before country music grew on me. And it's been in the game for like a little less than a year. It was Season 27 Groove Lounge, so yeah, in 2 seasons, that should be about a year old. But yeah, I've just always liked this one. And the deluxe is one of my favorite hard charts in the game. But I'm going to stick with the standard normal. And it's an okay normal anyway. It's very decent. With the swipes and doubles especially. And I'm just going to keep my promise of playing only standards in this video. So without further ado, we can get into it now. Our last one. Actually, did I say I didn't know this before Beatstar? Because if so, that's not true. I heard it a lot on YouTube Shorts. Or a few times at least. And I recognized that background beat, and I was like, oh, it's this song. But, so I did know it before Beatstar. But it's one of those TikTok songs that wasn't overplayed, and I just really liked it. Freebird is another Lynyrd Skynyrd song. And just a really great song. But sadly, they're not going to add it because it's already in Country Star. I don't know why they had to do that when country is so unpopular in Beatstar. Such an unfortunately small genre in this game. All the other genres have like almost hundreds of songs. Where country is probably nowhere past the 30s. Definitely something under 100 or even 50. I don't know how many exactly. I can count them after this. It won't take long. Or I could just look on BeatScore to take a shortcut. But there's not very many. Just not enough country in this game. We're lacking. I guess I can understand why we don't have a lot of country in this game. Because most of the community seems to hate it, so instead of putting more of it in a rhythm game as popular as Beatstar, they wanted to make a separate game for it. Just so they wouldn't ruin this game for some people. But it's just unfortunate. I think Country Star has gotten pretty popular too, but Beatstar is one of the most popular, if not the most popular mobile rhythm game out there, I believe. So, yeah, I guess I can see it, but it's still just sad, honestly. But yeah, that had to get my vote for favorite country song in the game based on track skins. Just nothing I hate about it, and I always have liked it. Boy, are we ever lacking. I just checked on BeatScore, and we only have 22 country songs in the game. Not including deluxes, which, that's fine because I'm just talking about songs, not charts. But for deluxes, you can easily count because look. We literally only have 5. But actually, they're all labeled as country except for Tiny Dancer, which I believe is labeled as rock. So, yeah, it's wrong, honestly. It's really a sin that that has so little songs, but the rest of the genres are like really not lacking very much. So, yeah, that's sad, but regardless, the point of this video was just my favorite songs in the game, one per genre, obviously. And I'm pretty happy with my choices here, so I hope you guys enjoy them too, and that you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and as always, if you have any other suggestions, leave them in the comments. I'd love to get them out. But I have some more ideas for, well, I think it's going to be discussion content. I would consider this discussion content, even though it's kind of just my opinions, because it kind of gives some insight into what makes a good song / chart and what doesn't. So we're kind of discussing what we want to see more of and less of, or what I want to, but I'm sure at least a fair few of you will agree. So, yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.